name is Oshunda. I'm a producer, artist, all-round creative, and I'm out. Okay, so Oshunda is not my real name. Um, Oshunda came about when the summer of 2019, I only had Frank Ocean's Blonde record, downloaded on my phone in entirety. So that's all I listened to while biking. And then I was like, ocean, but that sounded too cliche, so I kind of like figured stuff out and then made Oshunda. My real name is Kelly. The rest you don't need to know it, but yes. So with producing and writing, I just listen to a whole lot of music, like a ton of music, and it allows me to kind of like make a world with all those different songs. So if I wanted to make a project myself, I would put together like a playlist of songs that I feel like go together with this world that I'm trying to build. And then I kind of like start from there. But on a general, like if I just want to make a beat, it's kind of like a culmination of everything that I've just listened to maybe that week or something that I remembered from a long time ago, and then I just make it. So that's just how the process is. Okay, so actually starting up, I wanted to be a painter because I know how to draw. So I wanted to be a painter. Those dreams were crushed somehow. So, yeah, my dad was like, "Yo, anything is possible, so go for it." And then I found music eventually. I started producing in 2016. So right now, that's like what 9 years of production. Yeah, so I taught myself how to produce and everything, and then 2020, I decided to like step out as my own, you know, artist. Even though I've had singles before that under different names, which you won't find anymore because that was horrible. But then, yeah, that's when I decided to like curve. I feel like I'm more comfortable now with my voice or, all of that stuff or, bringing myself into that space where I can speak about my own stuff. So, yeah. To be honest, I didn't know about, oh, yes, people can write other people's songs. Da, da, da. It was all a thing where, like, yeah, write your own song yourself. Not only that, but I was also really good in literature. I mean, I got an A, but that's not the case. But yeah, literature is cool for me. I like breaking down the Shakespeare's and all of those things. So for me, it was kind of like a thing where like, oh, that's nice, and I like Kendrick. I also like Drake, but hey, I like Kendrick more. And breaking down all of that stuff and songs and everything kind of made me like, oh yeah, you can write your own songs yourself. And I feel like the person closest to what I wanted to write at the time of those topics of making a world and everything was as of now, Cruel Santino. He was the only person who was writing something that kind of like made a world that made me feel like, whoa, I want to make something like this. So, yeah. Well, those, funny enough, I mean, that's Spotify, but they are not albums themselves. These are EPs that are just long. They are just long EPs. So when I posted London's Diary on DistroKid for it to do whatever it did, it said album. I was like, oh, bro, this is just an EP. But then, I mean, that happens. But in the context of this question, Lana's Diary was kind of like me stepping out and saying, okay, I want to do this music thing. And it's kind of like, yeah, so how are you going to like put your foot into the door and say, oh, yeah, I'm here? Da, da, da. So I was just like, okay, 10 songs produced by me, everything written by me, mixed and mastered, even though it was very, kind of like half-assed because I mean, I just started, so I understand and other people will too. I was just like, yeah, all by myself. I didn't. I At every step, I didn't know that someone can help you with mix and mastering, da da da, all of these things. So everything fell on me to do it. Even though I knew that, oh yeah, there's something like producers and everything. I was like, bro, I have that bank, but I also don't have that bank. So you might as well just do it by yourself. So Lana's Diary was more on that side where it's like, hey, you're starting and you just want to put your foot into the door, and then much like the weather. It's like, hey, I'm here. You know, it's more contextual. The story is more, it fits together even more. It's like real life scenarios from different people and different girls that you encounter and everything. Just put it in one thing. And it's not even only my story. I'm picking from my manager's story. I'm picking from my boy's story, and then I'm bringing it all together. I'm saying, yeah, you know, that's just a project that you get now, and it's more like to like R&B, and it's kind of like my ode to R&B and hip hop at the time, where you would have that crossover of Mary J. Blige and Common on like an album or something or on a song. So yeah, that's what it was for me. So much like the weather, it really shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, it really shocked me because I spent since last year, like what December, I hadn't posted until like what May or something like that because it was all strategic. It was just like, yeah, make sure make sure you don't post anything, da da da. Just focus and make sure this project comes out how it was supposed to. So when I now came out, I was like, yeah, I have a project. It's gonna come out May and all of these things, and I just saw people actually, you know, getting to interact with everything, and then the project comes out, and people are like, bro. I didn't see public like display of, oh, bro, he just dropped this shit. It's crazy. It was now more, what do you call it? It was now more personal stuff. They were coming to my DMs, bro. The song was amazing. The song was this, that. So I felt like this was more like beautiful, and I kind of like see a group of people where I can call like fans or family, put them together. With Monifere has been a song that I teased for a while now. So when I just dropped it, I didn't think anything of it, but people like it a lot. So that's why I even brought it onto like platforms. But for me, I drop Freeform right now because I'm not under any label. I don't plan to be on a label right now because I just feel like it's good to just be there and drop a song. I mean, there's no harm in doing that, and as well, and also from that, you're an independent artist right now. Why are you sitting down and stacking your songs together? You're not making an album. You're not making anything, and it's not that you are at that point where people are like, "Oh yeah, Charlie, I did anticipate all of this." So it's kind of like, yeah, you take your time, drop when you want to drop, and then as the time comes where you're supposed to be more structured with the drops, just do it. So, yeah.